Hey guys, it's Antoine Austin. Just touching bases with you guys, man. Um, it's Monday here in Colorado Springs. It was a pretty productive day. Was able to get out a little vlog for you guys. Was doing some real estate activity. Was recording some documents, doing my daily stuff, going to the gym, hitting the office, kind of showing my freedom for today. But it's really based on implementing the stuff that I'm teaching you guys, right? The stuff I'm teaching with the wholesaling. The finally deep discounted properties. But the lifestyle stuff, really, guys. Before I was even ever doing real estate, man, I always had a taste for, total independence. Meaning, I didn't really want to have any type of authority. I don't know how good or bad that was as a whole. I don't know how good or bad that is as a whole, excuse me. But if you continue to scroll down, man, you'd see I was doing some retail stuff, some MLM stuff, had a couple storefronts, mall boutiques, things of that nature. Was in those businesses. So, what I try to teach people is entrepreneurship as a whole is a journey, right? And I was just talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and I was telling him, man, that I actually enjoy the hunt more than the kill, right? I enjoy the hunt more than the kill. A lot of stuff happens during the hunt. And that's with anything you're doing right now, your job, your business, the novelty of the hunt. And America is known for its novelty too. Everybody that lives in America is thrives off of dopamine, whereas you can go to other countries is different. Everybody here wants to be, ambitious, career driven. European countries, you might have a different type of, socialism. And so being here in America, man, with the land of the free enterprise, it's made a guy like me since I was youthful to want to go out and, I guess, get rich. But as you start to get those things in life, you realize that it's not everything. You really kind of want the full package, status, network, resources, finances, et cetera, right? And so you guys see me teaching the real estate stuff with the wholesaling and, flipping, how to get 100% finance. But all that stuff, what I really want to teach first is mindset stuff. I wouldn't even be able to pick up this information and learn real estate and even learn any niche, any business, any, method if you didn't have the mindset, the capacity to pick it up. Like some of the books we were reading growing up. Not even growing up, man. We started reading in our adulthood, 21. That's why I was telling you guys about the MLM stuff. And in my early years, I did companies like that. Big boy. I did companies like that in my early years. And I owe credit to some of those companies that actually changed my mindset a lot. It made me start thinking different. Books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where he's talking about, exchanging time for dollars and, job just over broke. And just he was saying things that resonated with me. And I don't think any of those things he said were true, but he had some points that he was trying to make in regards to, independency. If you are going to do something for another cog in the wheel, make sure when you exit that cog in the wheel, you get your cog in the wheel that you're creating and be a cog in that wheel. You know what I mean? And that's really huge, mind your own business, I think is what he was saying. And so I've been really trying to do that lately, mind my own business, just kind of stay in a lane right now as we're exiting a pretty turbulent time in my industry anyways with real estate, and it's been fruitful, man. You know, I don't know what a turbulent time is. We've done a lot of revenue just in the last 2 months, at least 40, 50K in revenue. The months prior to that, another 80 to 100 in revenue. And then just exited a flip last week for another 5 figures in revenue. And then you hear someone like me say this year was turbulent, right? And so it kind of, you got to put everything in perspective that actually comes with that, right? It could be everything, you know. Getting in deals, man, you spending a couple $100,000 on them, you know, you think you're gonna net way more, but that's the beauty of what I'm teaching you guys, man. So you got a little room for error. You know, you purchase this thing and you buy it, like I always use a couple $100K. You put it on the market for 350. Hey man, if it doesn't sell at 350, then you still can make money at 300. You sell that bad boy if the needle gets greedy for 300. You know, you put a 50K into it, to renovate it, 30 to 50K into it, you're all in at 250. Hey, you can sell it at 300, still make good revenue after commissions. It's the beauty of wholesale. So that's what I want to teach you guys about, man. Utilizing this stuff correctly. Like if I'm gonna be posting and putting something out there, right? Like I wanted to have some type of substance, right? You know, we just scroll, we consume data. And a lot of times people won't catch me in their eyeballs because I don't really consume. I try to produce. You know, I always try to be on the production side of the world. You know, where we're stimulating the economy, you know, and we're adding to it, not taking from it. I find that side in the cog the most exciting, and that's the stuff that I'm thriving on right now, guys. Really thriving on it. Just left the office. I was talking to my buddy, man. He's pretty successful in his own right, and we're getting ready to shoot a couple of pieces of content for you guys, and just the growth that I've seen from both of us, man. He has a hot and spicy chicken sandwich story that he tells about when he was at his most destitute. All he could eat was, all he could afford was a hot and spicy chicken sandwich. But the way that he articulates it was really funny. When in doubt, though, yeah, mind your business. Get out here, mind your business. And you got to stay around motivated people, man. You know, when times get tough for me, man, I go around my guys who are killing it, you know, in other industries. In construction, you got a $10 million company. I'm hanging around you for the next 30, 45 days. Until we fix the leaks in the ship. We fix the leaks in the ship, and then we're off to selling again, right? And so that's kind of where I'm at with it, man. Our network is our net worth. And so the individuals that I'm spending my time with, I just had my buddy come down, you know, from the northern part of the Front Range, came down, had some lunch with me, you know, talking about some private equity, raising capital. You know, he's at least worth 20. I've seen him exit companies that were at least worth 50. I'm not talking thousands. And so, you know, who are we spending our time with during the day, you know, so that we are learning the necessary, you know, strategies, methods, tools, tactics, and different multiple industries that your resources and your connections have. You know, when you're talking to them during the day, man, you should be picking up a lot of information when you get back home to the home fort and able to utilize that stuff, you know, able to really utilize what you're going out and picking up from people. And if we really knew that we're not getting this time back, man, we would have spent a lot of our time doing that, right? If we knew that we weren't getting this time back, you know, we would actually spend our time around the right people, the right occasions. But yeah, we're so primal, man. You know, I'm reading books like, you know, Robert Greene. He has a Stoic one out now, and then he also has The Laws of Human Nature, which is a good read. You typically read it when I'm on a plane or something like that. And I won't give any spoilers away, but you guys got to definitely check it out, because it really just dives deep into just human nature in general, and why we are the way we are, how we are the way we are. Certain instances we are those ways, you know. And so check that one out, guys. Wallace Waddles, the Audible. Listen, man, 2023 has my mind in such a high state that it's hard for me to sit and read a hardback copy of a book, but I'll listen to audibles, man. You know, I haven't sat down and read a book in a long time, but the way that my mind works now, with all the technology that we have, is I'm devouring audibles. I'm eating them alive, right? And so, congratulations to everybody who's, you know, actually reading actual books, because I just cannot bring myself to do it these days. You know, I was born in the 90s, man, and so my attention span is shorter than even our children. You know, there's been a couple generations after me now, and so it's a real fast time, but it makes you super smart. You know, I'm able to like turn the speed up to like 5, and I'll read through it like 3 or 4 times in a 72-hour time period. And I'm able to take a lot of different things from this literature, man, instead of like sitting down and reading that hardback. I don't want to go hard on the hardbacks, man, because that's an intellectual activity, man. In my early stages, that's what I would do. I got a lot of books here in my home office here, right here behind us, and just can't bring myself to have time anymore to do that, you know. Can't bring myself to have time to do that. But what I will bring myself time to do is, you know, getting with my loved ones, man. We got the holiday season coming up. I've been spending a lot of time with my buddies, a lot of time with some family, man. I'm bad at those things too, as I'm trying to, you know, keep this stage trajectory up in my organizations, which is one of the most important things to me, is running an organization, whether it be virtual, whatever's going on. I had some peaks and ebbs. I had times where I've had 0 personnel when it's just me. I had times where I had a full house. You know, we're just trying to manage that with all the tools and resources we have nowadays and all the technology. It's like, wow, you really don't need that many components to build a nice 7-figure company these days, and even 8-figure company. I've studied some people who are solopreneurs, I call them, and they have a pretty good lifestyle. You know, they been able, like I said, to cross multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses and 8-figure businesses. They have a relatively lean payroll and overhead, right? And because we have all these different applications that we can utilize for almost anything these days, and it just allows us to be super self-sufficient. But you do have companies like even Grant Cardone, you know, with 10X, they say, man, he got freaking 500 employees inside of a place, you know, doing this and that and the third, and they're generating a lot of revenue. I know a lot of that revenue comes from real estate, you know, multifamily and stuff, but I don't know how big the operation still is on the sales side and moving informational products, ebooks, courses, etc. And so that's kind of what the infrastructure that we have in place at Austin One Coaching. And we've been able to generate, you know, sales from the ebook and stuff like that. So you're basically doing everything we know, we're just packaging it up and giving it to you guys, man. It's like the different education these days. You don't see a lot of commercials for College America and all these different colleges anymore, because people are starting to catch on that might be the S word. And, you know, a lot of people are learning online now. And so if you got a $500 course where you can learn how to wholesale real estate, or a $5,000 mastermind where you can attend for a weekend with studs, you know, girls and guys just like your guys who are super sharp, who are already crushing it, and they already accomplished the goals that you want to accomplish, and you can get around them, you know. And so teaching has become different, coaching has become different, in the way that we're putting out coaching information like that we're all doing, you know, it's more efficient. Everybody who's come through my mentorship, or even if they didn't come through my mentorship and they just had an informational product, an ebook or a course, you're able to take something from that and go actually apply actionable steps to get you one step closer to whatever your goal is, right? And so whereas people were spending hundreds and thousands of dollars to go learn something that the teachers who are teaching them never even did, right? And so with guys and girls like myself who are teaching the subject, and they're putting out actual content and giving away free sauce, and they're charging way less than these regular institutions, so somebody can go out and do exactly what they're set out to do. I think it's different. It's definitely evolutionary. And I want to definitely make sure that we're on that train. Okay. So I always encourage people to document their process, document what they're doing. I don't think it has to be perfect, man. I actually enjoy authenticity myself. I'm not really into a lot of the, this super lighting and editing and stuff like that. Just kind of give you guys a message, right? And so, obviously, I still want you guys to get, the blueprint, right? Grab that, right? Got a lot of juicy tools in there so you can free yourself up, man. I got guys on my team now who work with me, and they don't do what I do. I do this all day, every day, but you can do 1 or 2 of these a year and make an additional X amount of revenue for your family, man. This is not something you got to do full time like me. And so I always encourage people, grab that ebook if you don't grab the course. If you don't want direct one-on-one access to me, at least you got the knowledge, man. You can go out on your spare time when you're en route, to your gig, and you pick up a couple properties, learn what to do with them, learn how to get them to the closing table and still be able to do what you love, And so, hey guys, don't want to ramble on too much and keep you guys today, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, guys, if you ain't first, you're last. I'll catch you guys on the next side.